Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip took the highly unusual step of issuing a press statement directly addressing rumors of a royal rift, as royal historians and a look at the archive reveal. The Queen and Prince Philip have very rarely directly addressed the media in their 71 years of marriage so far. However, in more recent weeks, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been under scrutiny for how they have handled their interactions with the press. Many royal watchers have drawn comparisons with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's recent emotional ITV interview, and the perceived never complain, never explain stance of the Queen. Expert Camilla Tominey, writing in The Telegraph this week, commented, in insisting he will protect his family at all costs, backed up by Meghan saying she will not adopt the British stiff upper lip. The Sussexes appear to be saying something deeper about their ongoing role in the royal family. They are no longer willing to put up and shut up, which could prove problematic for a family that has traditionally kept calm and carried on. However, the Queen herself did in fact issue a press statement, in 1957, that directly addressed royal rift rumors that were swirling at the time. The hit series shows how, on the Duke of Edinburgh's 1956-7 voyage to Australia and around the South Pacific, his aide Mike Parker was forced to resign after his wife initiated a separation. In the court circles of the time, a separated, soon-to-be divorced, courtier was deemed unacceptable. However, the shock news led to fevered speculation that Her Majesty and Prince Philip's own marriage was under strain. Mr. Vickers writes, an announcement was given to the press a week after Parker's resignation. It stated, "It is quite untrue that there is any rift between the Queen and the Duke." Mr. Vickers also notes, their marriage has now lasted over 70 years. Press reports from the time indicate how seriously the scandal was taken, in an era that tended to avoid any criticism of the royal family. The Associated Press reported in 1957, Parker resigned as the prince's private secretary last February 4, just 24 hours after word leaked out that he and his wife had separated. His resignation rocked palace court circles. Parker was aboard the royal yacht Britannia with the Queen's husband when Parker's lawyer announced his resignation. The report continued, Parker's marital troubles set off rumors early this year of a rift between Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II. Buckingham Palace denied the rumors. A leading British newspaper said early this week Buckingham Palace officials were worried about detailed evidence that might emerge in the Parker divorce case. Despite the scandal around the resignation, Mr. Parker's ex-wife always maintained that the Queen and Prince Philip did not in fact want him to resign. In her 1982 book Step Aside for Royalty, Eileen Parker wrote, "I learned that both Prince Philip and the Queen had tried to dissuade Mike from resigning." Mr. Vickers adds, according to her book, she did not intend the separation to become public knowledge while her husband was at sea with Prince Philip. Her lawyer, Maren Lewis, put out a statement without consulting her. He gave a scoop to Rex north of the Sunday Pictorial. A direct statement from the Queen on private matters has never happened again, although Her Majesty has sued to prevent further reports from the undercover butler Ryan Perry from going to press in 2003. In 2002, the Duke of Edinburgh released a very rare press statement, in regard to his correspondence with the late Princess Diana. In it, the prince refuted reports that his letters to his daughter-in-law, which had been discussed in the trial of ex-royal butler Paul Burrell, had been curt or unfeeling in any way. Prince Philip was given the title of the Duke of Edinburgh before his marriage to the then Princess Elizabeth. But before he could marry the future Queen, Philip had to renounce his own royal title. Prince Philip married the future Queen Elizabeth II on November 20, 1947. Prior to his wedding day, Prince Philip was awarded the title of Duke of Edinburgh by Elizabeth's father, King George VI. So why did Philip have to renounce his own royal titles? During the ceremony Philip was appointed as Duke of Edinburgh. King George also awarded Philip the titles of Baron Greenwich and Earl of Merioneth, and he was appointed as a Knight of the Garter. However, in order to become the Duke of Edinburgh, Philip had to renounce his claims to his own royal dynasties. Philip was born on the Greek island of Corfu, and his father was Prince Andrew of Greece and Denmark. On February 28, 1947, Philip officially became a British subject, which meant renouncing his claim to the Greek and Danish thrones. Prince Philip's father's family name had been Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glucksburg. So upon becoming a British subject, he adopted the maiden name of his mother, Princess Alice, which was Mountbatten. Although he had married a future queen, Philip has never been known as a king. When kings of the past married, their wives were given the title of queen, specifically queen consort. Almost a decade after being appointed Duke of Edinburgh, the Queen officially named Philip as a British prince. Philip's previous title of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh was revised to His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. At the start of the Queen's reign, Prince Philip's surname of Mountbatten was not given to his children, which was reportedly a source of great anguish for Philip. It was initially decided that the Queen's children would bear the surname of the royal house, Windsor. However, a declaration was made in 1960 to incorporate Philip's surname into the names of the Queen's future descendants. The name Mountbatten-Windsor now applies to male-line descendants of the Queen without royal styles and titles. The declaration ensured that the Queen's children, on occasions where they needed a surname, would have the surname Mountbatten-Windsor. When Princess Anne married Captain Mark Phillips in 1973, the surname Mountbatten-Windsor was used by the princess on the marriage register at Westminster Abbey.